all those who have done that. So I want to say a big welcome to Patrick Ofori from Ghana, okay? Sichofia from Accra, Enyanam from Ghana, Bright from Ghana, Benjamin from Sunyani. You got Fulera from Belgium in Prague. You got Mama Maina from Kenya, Mary from Kenya. You've got Gloria from Koforidua. You've got Eddie from Accra. You've got Sylvia and Kafi, all from Ghana. You've got Caleb from Canada. Okay. Caleb, if you could state even which state you are in Canada, which city you are in Canada, that would even be interesting. Augustine and Miriam from Ghana. You've got Joshua Kobina from Tema, invited by Lillian. You got Lucy from Accra. Patrick invited Lucy. Fortunate, I like the name. Come on, Fortunate, because she got from Ghana. You got Vida from Ghana, Felix and Roland from Ghana, Dr. Dorothy from Tema. Please tell your friend, your family member, your acquaintance, your co-workers, your enemy. Tell the person that we are live. Okay, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. K.O.A. Kweku Anyinasare. I am a lecturer and a professor in universities in Johannesburg, in Ghana, in De Montfort, in Warwick University. It's my pleasure to have all of you here in the middle of the thick forest, along the route where ancient travelers of the pre-vehicular era trundled and tottered their way to the big town. It is a pleasure to have all of you here. We're about to start to look at this incredible breaking news of technology. This organization, this project is currently in 140 countries. Okay? Chad was the latest country to be part of it. It began all the way in the United States, and now it is spreading across the technological world. It's my pleasure to share this good news with you. By the time you leave here, please have a pen and a paper. Take notes. Take notes. And when we are done, the doors will be open for you to ask as many questions as you can. Please take notes, because this will be an intellectual masturbation that you are about to have right now. It will help you open the floodgate of knowledge into your coconut. And this is something that you are going to appreciate and appreciate significantly. So I want to say a big welcome to all of you here. And now it is time to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, every single one of us here used to have dreams when we were children. We used to dream in one of the beautiful places in the world. We used to dream to travel across the world. You dream to become a lawyer, a pilot, an engineer, even sometimes a president. What happened to those dreams? Research shows that by the time people get to their ages from 30 years, they look at their income and they look at the dream and look at the income and look at the dream. They start seeing a mismatch between the income they are getting from their job and the dream they have. Now, one thing they have to do is to increase their income or cut down their dreams. I want you to please tell me which one they go for. People, do they increase their income generally, or they start shrinking their dreams? Research shows a majority of people shrink their dreams. And why do they do that? Because the thing is that it's easy to forget. It's easy to say, I will not pursue again. After all, okay. Now, how do they do that? They begin to dislike things they know very well they like. Things that they used to like. Maybe the kind of car he wanted to drive all along, he no longer wants to drive. He begins to say that, forget about all these things. It's all vanity upon vanity. East Legon is not even a nice place. Forget about East Legon. I like my Teshi in Miami. Or I like my India. They begin to belittle things that they know very well will help them. And now when their dream world and their income world begin to come together, they tell themselves, I'm content with what I have. But let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, are people truly content with what they have? The rate at which they keep going to work and fighting for their family and struggling to get whatever they can get, does it look like people are content with what they have? Obviously not. Now, this organization is known as Got Backup. It's helping people across the world with a unique technological advancement to help everyone to realize their dream. It began somewhere in 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec, in Canada. Then in 2007, relocated to Texas Antonio, where the fiber optic center was the highest in the world at the time. Now it's seated on a 10,000 square feet data center. You can Google this on the Google map and it will take you, zoom it straight into the warehouse of the Guada Coma Drive. Why is it trending? This is why. There are 15 billion smartphones currently in the world. Are you aware of that? The number of smartphones in the world are more than the human beings we have in this world. Next year, the number of smartphones in the world will increase by 3 billion. There will be more smartphones than there have ever been. Let me tell you some secret, ladies and gentlemen. When the smartphones are increasing, what's happening is that data is also increasing. Okay? When I say data, I'm talking about pictures, videos, documents, music, all kinds of files. These things are growing on your phone. You can look at it and then after, whether you send this or somebody sends it to you, the data is growing. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, data is oil. I'm a professor of artificial intelligence, data analytics, machine learning, robotic engineering, and cloud computing. I have worked with data all my professorial and academic life, and I tell you, data is changing the world. Data is oil. Artificial intelligence is a new electricity in town. A lot of people are dealing with AI without knowing that they are dealing with AI. And as long as data is growing, the people that are housing data, protecting data, these guys will be generating lots of income. In 2024, the cloud storage department is projected to have $134 billion. And yet the number of players in this industry are not up to 30. Just few people, and yet they are generating 134 billion. It's projected that by the year 2030, the total number of income will be close to $500 billion. So data is growing. And it's not just that data is growing through mobile phones and laptops and iPad. There's another thing. People are addicted to their phone. Did you know that yesterday you looked on your phone screen 160 times? Yeah. Today, you are going to look on your phone screen 160 times. You use that machine for everything. Suppose you leave the house, 10 minutes, you realize that you've forgotten your phone. What do you normally do? You continue or you return. Please type it there for me. Type it there. You continue or you return. Continue the journey, 1. You return for 2. Okay? Do you normally come back, which is number 2, or you continue, which is number 1? Research shows that majority of people will return and come and take their phone they left at home. Why? That phone is your TV, is your internet, is your radio, is your calendar, is your alarm clock, is everything. 74% of people use their phone in the toilet. If you are one, don't say it. Don't say it. We don't want to hear it. Okay? And that is an indication that data is growing. The phone, the device has become. But here's the problem. 45% of cell phone users have damaged their phone and lost the data. They have. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. In fact, a laptop or a phone is stolen every 43 seconds. And when this is stolen, the person will tell you, my problem is not even with the phone, my problem is with the data. The information on the phone is more important than the phone itself. Data is controlling the world. In fact, research from Sunday Times shows that, you see the way oil is a very big deal all over the world. A time is coming where data, the amount of data you have, will define your net worth. Artificial intelligence is 1,700 times bigger than electricity. And AI relies heavily, 100% on data. When you get time, Google something called Go, G-O. It's a Chinese sort of chess game. And Google something called AlphaGo. And you will see the first, one of the smartest intelligent machine than human beings, multiple fold. In fact, even your mobile phone is smarter than you. If I should ask you 256 times 84, your mobile phone will give me an answer quickly than you can. Now there are robot lawyers, robot teachers, robot doctors all over China, US, Canada, Australia, and multiple places in the world. AI is ruling the world. But here's the point. The point is that AI cannot move unless there is data. And data is crucial. That is why big data analytics is growing. So that's the first trend why we are here. Our organization, Got Backup, is solving this issue one time. The second thing is handling is this. 22% of American people are doing side businesses. In fact, there are so many people who are using, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot have this phone and not make income from it. I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you. In this organization, that's what we do. You cannot have this phone and actually, you know, have issues with it. It's not possible. It's not smart. It's not intelligent. Why? Because so many people are using the phone and generating revenue from it. Did you know there's a lady called Afia Schwarzenegger? She is doing so many things on social media and generating thousands and thousands of dollars. I've been told the slideshow is not showing. Really? Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh, dear me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just quickly regurgitate. I have got into a lot of spaces. Okay. Also, sorry. Let me just quickly glance through that. So I indicated that we are here because we want to turn our dreams into reality. I showed that Got Backup started in 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec, in Canada. I'm thinking now it's showing, and you can see that. I also indicated that two things are happening. If you were to Google it, you will know that Google will tell you that there are 15 billion smartphones in the world. 15 billion. And next year, the number will go to 18 billion smartphones. So the smartphones is plenty. I also indicated that data is growing and the revenue from data protection is also growing. You can see the chart from Statista as at 2024. This year, they are generating $134 billion. You can see that here. $134 billion. That is what is being generated this year. By the next 5 years, the amount of revenue to be generated is almost $500 billion. That is the sort of industry that we are talking about. Data is growing. Your phone is accumulating data. Whether you send it or somebody sends it to you, your data is rising. And because data is growing at a phenomenal rate, it is important for you to understand the world you are in. Artificial intelligence is controlling the world. We also indicated that 88% of people will go back home if they should forget their phone. You looked on your phone screen 160 times yesterday. You are doing the same thing right now. You're looking on your phone screen right now. Okay? And you've done that 160 times. That means you're addicted. For a good reason, you're addicted. 74% of you have used the phone in the toilet this morning. You're addicted. You're using the phone for TV, for radio, for internet, for alarm, okay, for calculation. All of this means that people are addicted to the phone. But the problem is that a laptop is stolen every 43 seconds. A phone is stolen every 43 seconds. And 45% of cell phone users have damaged their phone and have lost their data. The problem is that when people lose their data, they lose their phone, they are concerned no more with the phone or the laptop, they are more concerned with the information, the data on it. That is why this organization is flourishing in 140 countries. The second thing is this. Many people are using this phone and earning income from the phone. You cannot be using the phone and not make money. Please, let me tell you a secret. If you are using this machine, you should be earning at least $1,000 every month. If you are using any smartphone, we show you this, you should earn at least $1,000. And a lot of people don't know. I'll give you a couple of examples. There's a gentleman called Glass in Kwan. Jonas. This guy is making over $20,000 insulting kings and presidents. But you see, whilst you might think that he's doing something negative, it is generating value for people. He has over 1.4 million followers. Why don't you have 10,000 followers? Why don't you? You said you are smart. Why don't you have that? What is value? Value is not positive or negative. Value is anything that is useful to the user. The malam, the juju people are on social media, generating thousands of dollars. You are not on social media. You are an accountant. You are an engineer. You are a student. You are a lawyer. You are a housewife. Do you know how much income you can earn as a housewife on social media? Do you know how much income you can earn as a cleaner on social media, on YouTube? Did you know that even if you are a Kayayo, you can make $20,000 on social media? I'll give you one example to appreciate. And by the way, you are taught this in a systematic way. It's not gyration. It's not, try and error. It is a systematic way of using your inner value, submitting the value to the marketplace, and generating revenue from that. Let's assume that someone is a Kayayo. Over the years of being a Kayayo, the person should have written a book, because the story of a Kayayo is a very painful story. How she was raped multiple times and gave birth to children. How some of the children die. How she sleeps under the bridge. How she's been suffering, carrying things on her head, up and down for the past 6, 7, 8 years. What the person refused or did not know and did not do is that she never wrote a book. That story, if she was documenting the process, even with the help of someone, she would have come out with a book. Even if she can't pay for the publication, these days they publish the book for you, and then when you get a revenue, you give 20% to the publisher. Let me tell you a secret. And by the way, these things have happened. By the time I finish, just go to YouTube and just type housewife. You will see how many millions of followers are following housewives videos. Now, this Kayayo now comes out to the book, and here is the title of the book. By the way, please remember that the book is just a story of who she is. If you're a driver, your book is going to be a story of driving. If you're an accountant, the book is going to be a story of your accountancy. It's going to be how you teach people. You transfer the knowledge from your head of what you do and submit it to the marketplace. You could be a lawyer, but you see, you're not documented a book that reflects your law that you've been practicing over the years. Anyway, so this Kayayo is having a book. Suppose you are on the streets of Accra or any street in the world, and then you saw people selling books, and one of the books is being sold by this gentleman. The title of the book is this. There's a woman wearing a red suit with a red shoe, and that woman is wearing a white shirt, beautiful dressed, and yet the woman is carrying a baby behind her back, and she's having a big saucepan on her head. And on the right of the book is written, Kayayo, the best job in the world. And then at the bottom of it is written, and you could be a millionaire with it. By the way, for those of you who do not know what a Kayayo is someone who is carrying things on their head for people. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you saw that kind of a book with that description I gave, will you be tempted to buy this book? Yes or no? Y or N? Type it there. Will you be tempted to buy the book? Yes or no? Y or N? Will you be tempted, okay, to buy the book? Yes or no? Why? I want you to type it there for me, because I've asked this question to over 8,000 people, and I get some incredible responses right there. Okay, I am seeing yes, 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 yes. Now imagine the book is now 30 cedis or $2. Will you be tempted to buy the book still? Will you be tempted to still buy the book? Ladies and gentlemen, in Ghana, there are 33 million Ghanaians. In Nigeria, we have over 200 million Ghanaians. In South Africa, we have millions of people. If just 3 million people from these countries should buy this book, is this girl a millionaire? Is she a millionaire? Is she a millionaire? She is, right? She's a millionaire. But forget about that income. That income is nothing compared to she saying that same story she already has in the book on social media. She has a camera in front of her. She puts this camera on the screen, and then she says the same story in the book. She's not telling that story to the social media followers. Over time, she gets a lot of subscription. YouTube starts monetizing her. If 1 million people should buy the book at $2, that is $2 million. By the time you realize United Nations Women something is inviting this lady to speak to a group of women in Nicaragua, in Nigeria, in South Africa, in Ghana, in Zimbabwe, in Brazil, her value is now commanding its own returns. But you know how many people are in this situation, but they are not doing what I've said? Why? Because they don't have a mentor. They don't have an organization that will train you and mentor you and guide you. You cannot say, I'm a pensioner and not earn income from it. You got to sit down with under the auspices of a mentor. You will learn what a pensioner goes through. The rise and the falls of a pensioner, the pains and the agonies of a pensioner, the joy and the greatness of a pensioner. You will document all of this thing down, and your value will command its own return. You're a math teacher. You're a math teacher. You only teach in the classroom. That's a joke. You should be earning so much from repeating that thing and giving it to the world. That value will command. It will command its own return. And God Backup is one of the first organizations to help you to journey into yourself, come out with your unique value proposition and submit that value to the marketplace. Now let's get a little bit deeper with the data part. So right now, God Backup is in 140 countries. Officially, it began in 2023 for individuals. Please note that God Backup has been providing IT solutions for big think tank companies across the world. And now it is doing similarly for individuals, not just companies. What is it? What is it? Now, if you've just joined us, we are now properly beginning. Dropbox, Google Drive, iCloud, iDrive, WeTransfer, all of these are cloud storage departments in the world. God Backup is just like that, but it's way more than that. It is multiple times more value provision than iCloud, than Google Drive, than Dropbox. Let me give you a couple of examples. For example, if you're on an iCloud, you are paying $360 for 6 people and for 6 terabytes. God Backup allows you not to pay the $360, only pay $99.97 a year, not a month, but a year, for the same 6 terabytes and for the same 6 people. Now, Google Drive only allows you one person to pay $216 a year for 5 terabytes for one person, which means for 6 people is more than $1,000 a year. And yet, God Backup, the same thing allows you to pay only $99.97 a year. That means you are paying less than $9 a month. Now think about that. So what this means is that God Backup gives you more space at a cheaper price. So you are beating the price and you are beating the space, but there's more. For example, if you're on iCloud, you can only use iCloud on an iPhone. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to show you my screen here for some things that will blow your mind. Okay? If you're on iCloud, use iCloud on an iPhone. You cannot use iCloud on an Android phone. Very, very secure, very, very private, iCloud. However, and it appears that Android is also for Google Drive users. But let me show you something. This phone I'm using is an Android phone. Now, on this phone, I have God Backup on it, and I'm sure you can see it right there, okay? That is God Backup on the phone, okay? Now, this God Backup that you see, I am about to click on it. When I click on it, and I'll show you this later on the computer. When I click on it, this God Backup opens all my things on my phone. Not just this phone, everything on this phone is also there. On my iCloud, I have it here. Meanwhile, this is not iPhone, this is Android. But everything on my iCloud is here. Everything on my iPhone is here. Everything on my Windows is here. Everything on my MacBook is here. Everything on my Linux computer is also here. Now, if I lose this thing, lose my laptop, lose this phone, and lose all my other phone, I can take your phone It doesn't matter whether it's iCloud, iPhone, or Android. I can take that phone and I can get everything back on that phone. Is that not beautiful? You can't, iCloud can't do that. iPhone can't do that. Google Drive can't do that. And that is the beauty. God backup is universal. That's the point. It is highly secured. The same security that Google uses is what God backup uses. The same security that iPhone uses is what God backup uses. The same security Amazon uses. That's what God backup. The name of the security is 256 Advanced Encryption Standard. It is a military-grade encryption security. It's the same security system that the CIA uses in their military activities. This is the highest ever. 128 military-grade system has never been cracked in the world. 256 is impossible to crack in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, that is very secure. Besides, the physical location of God backup is in the US, is in Texas. The data center is highly secure. Your data is backed up by a third-party data center. So even if there is Armageddon, there is tsunami in the US, your data is secured in multiple countries at the same time. It is also PCI compliant. The Federal Trade Commission has endowed it with a capacity to store credit cards, just like Amazon is allowed to store credit cards into the system. Ladies and gentlemen, all of these are benefits of being with God backup, but there is even more. If you have members, okay, of God backup, customers that you have, clients that you have, people that you always send emails to, you can do bulk email. I'm about to show you some of these things. You can do bulk email. You can send a bulk email to all the people that you have in your system. Ladies and gentlemen, watch something here. I'm about to see if I can show you something here. So I'm about to go to my email system. Okay. If I go to my email system, this is my God backup, by the way. This is my God backup system that you see here. Let me just mute most of us, lower the video, hide it a bit. Okay, so you see my username is what I'm using here in the God backup system. My username is Dr. Koe, okay? Now, this is my terabyte. I have multiple of them I've bought, actually. For this terabyte, you can set up a system and, okay, we'll come back to this. Let's go to where you can create an email system. You can click on digital tools and go on lead capture system. You click on lead capture system. Once you are on lead capture system, you can click on messages. You click on messages. And then when you click on messages, you can send multiple messages. I'm about to show you something. You can do a follow-up messages or a broadcast. Let's take a broadcast. So these are people I have already sent messages to. Okay. Now, it's about to open. When it opens, you are going to see something here. Just give it a second and let it open right here. Okay. It's slightly delaying. Okay, there you go. Now, here it is. I have already prepared messages to some people. Okay. And this is one of the messages that I have. I'm going to choose any of these messages. There are so many messages I've written over the years. Okay. Now, I'm clicking on one of these messages just to show you, if I want to send this message, you can send a bulk email to all of your people. It doesn't matter whether they are 100,000 or 1 million. I just want to click on this and show you something unique about a message. So this was a message I sent to people. You can group them and send it to specific groups. There are so many templates, as you can see here. Choose any of these templates and use the template to actually talk to people. All right, now this is a message below. So I just wrote a message. Instead of, you see, one beautiful thing about God backup is that it can do something we call personal email personalization. So instead of saying greetings, Kofi, you don't type greetings, Kofi. I chose greetings. The artificial intelligence system allows me to put in the first name of any person. Now, how do you do that? You can click on here, insert field, and choose subscriber. And then after choosing subscriber, you can choose full name or first name or last name. And once you choose full name, watch this below. Okay? You see the full name has come. So this is going to use the full name of everybody. Okay? Every single person is going to have his full name. And then you can type whatever message that you want to type, put in your logo, put in your social media handles, everything. And now you can save it by clicking edit. Once it is saved, and it's going to go back to where we were before, it's going to save and go back to where we were. Once it is saved, it comes to the top. Okay, you can see that today's date is 12 September is right here, 12 September. Okay, now watch the preview, how the preview will look. So if the person should click on this, if the email goes to the person, this is what the person is going to see. The person is going to see his full name. My full name is Dr. Kwaku Ohinasa. So it has automated my full name, and every other person will get his full name, and the whole message is automated. So Go Backup allows you to do email personalization, and also you can send bulk email to multiple people all the time, hundreds and millions of people. You can even automate some of the emails. You can say that I want this email to go to all my people on Monday morning at 7 o'clock. Every Monday morning, it will automatically go to all of these people, and this will continue for over 30 years. Go Backup is a new generation. Now, this thing is already there. However, I have trained students who have created some of these things for companies and charged them $20,000, $30,000. Guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, this is all free. This is a joke. This is all free for Go Backup members. Okay, having already chosen the $99.97 for the 6 terabyte, you have all of this for free in addition to that. But there is more. Google Drive doesn't pay you. Dropbox doesn't pay you. iCloud doesn't pay you. Netflix doesn't pay you. Zoom doesn't pay you. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to share right now is a project. You don't have to be part of what I'm about to tell you, but if you stick and stay, you will see that this is probably what you've been looking for. You can earn significant income. I won't lie to you. What I'm about to share with you is not by force to do. You don't have to do it. It is not by force. However, because the thing is that you have all the services of Go Backup and it's still cheap, you still get so much bargain already. But this addition is for those who want to make some $1,000 a month, some $2,000 a month, $500 a month, $200 extra dollars a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. It depends on what you want. What I'm about to share with you, if you pay attention and if you listen with humility, I tell you, you will probably fire your boss. And I'm sorry if your boss is listening. Before I tell you about this project, which can pay you income, I want to share with you why I decided to be part of the project. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, you can't depend on your salary alone. And if you're not doing salary work and you're doing business, believe it or not, you cannot depend on one business or one program for the rest of your life. Check the world. The top billionaires of the world, all of them are doing multiple businesses, if you're doing business at all. If you're doing a job, that one, you have no choice. You got to do something on the side because dark times can slap you. Tell me, dark moments can slap you left and right. Okay, I have seen people who are lawyers, professors, even ministers come down to zero because they relied on one source or stream of income. You don't do that. Bill Gates is not doing one thing. He's doing multiple things. The old adage of a jack of all trades is a master of none is a lie. It is now a jack of all trades, a master of all. Kwame Despite is not doing one thing. He owns the Despite group of companies. Coco King is doing multiple things, not just dealing with cocoa. Dangote is doing cement, is doing sugar, is doing multiple things. Elon Musk is owning Tesla, is owning SpaceX, has gone to buy another technological giant, which is Twitter, now renamed as X. Bill Gates is the owner of Facebook, over 3.5 billion users, and he is still bought Instagram and bought WhatsApp. Ladies and gentlemen, don't depend on that thing you are only depending on. have multiple things. I'm a lecturer, I'm a professor in multiple universities. At the same time, I own my own company. At the same time, I own my own business. And then I'm also doing this project, this business. Dark times. I have seen someone dying because of 2,700 cities. Just that, and life is gone. So, to be part of this project, how can you? Well, the first thing is that don't sell. The goal of doing this project is not to sell anything. You're not going to sell anything to anybody. Have that clear in mind. But at the same time, if you don't listen to the approach we are going to give you, you will blow things out of proportion and you get confused. So first note that yours is not to educate anybody. Yours is not to sell anything to anybody. You see, yours is not to educate people or sell anything yet. As for selling, you will never sell to anybody. Education, you will educate people, but not now. You will let us do the heavy lifting for you. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have professors, we have engineers, we have business tycoons. We have people who have understood how this program works. Leave it for us. How? The first thing you do is that you get this onto your phone. Get this whole Go Backup service onto your phone. Put it on all your devices. Install it on all your devices. Now, second, make a list of all the friends, families, co-workers, acquaintances, classmates, neighbors, enemies. Make a list of all of them. Don't discriminate, don't prejudge. And pick up the phone. Don't spend more than 1 minute on the phone. Call the first person, tell the person, Johnny, I have some good news for you. Would you like to know it this week or next week? Most likely, Johnny is going to say, I would like to know it this week. Once the person says that, yours is to connect the person to us. Tell the person that, great, I have a doctor and a professor, I have an engineer, I have a lawyer, I have an expert who is going to reveal this good news to you. It's not your job to tell the person that it's about data, it's about cloud service. No, it's not your job to tell the person that it's about space, it's about that. No, yours is to tell the person, you are going to thank me, Johnny, for what I'm about to show you. Then you will make an arrangement for the leader to speak to the person in person, or you can bring the person here. We meet on Mondays, we meet on Wednesdays, we meet on Thursdays, we meet on Fridays, we meet on Sundays. Throughout the week, we are meeting. You also to bring the person here. Anywhere he is in the world, we will educate the person for you whilst you learn. You see, you don't have to tell the person the details because you are not grown enough. You don't have the skill set necessary to own this environment. For the next 5 to 6 months, let us do the heavy lifting for you. When you start earning $1,000, $2,000, now you can chop, so you can talk. So now you can now begin to do everything yourself. Now, when the person becomes part of it, and the person will become, please note it, it's not your responsibility to make the person be part of this project immediately. Most people need time. Some people would start immediately because they need the service immediately. Some people need the service and the income, but it's not yours. Yours is to just tell the person to have a look. We will educate the person and address the person's concern. The person can start immediately or he can start next year. It doesn't matter. In fact, most of the people that I have educated, almost all of them, okay, told me that they were not ready. Some of them told me later. Eventually, they will all come on board. So it gives them, but majority of people too will come on board immediately. When the first person decides to be part of this project, you will earn all of these incomes over time. There is an income you will earn immediately in 3 seconds. It is known as the customer acquisition bonus. Every other income from number 2 to number 7, you will earn. These are big incomes, I won't lie to you. These are thousands and thousands of dollars accumulating to millions of dollars. However, it takes time for them to build up. These incomes from number 2 to number 7 are all paid monthly. The customer acquisition income is paid immediately. Let's take the customer acquisition bonus, for example, and see how much you earn from there. You remember that we indicated that the person will get the service at what cost? My internet is frozen. I just hope that the slide is working. Okay, it's frozen. It's frozen. Let's give it some time. But I still believe that you can hear me, right? Listen, I want to believe that you can still hear me. If you can hear me, type Y. Type yes. Type Y. Just so that I know. All right, perfect. Thank you. We are running. We are good. So when the person gets the got back up at $99.97, please remember, this is for the whole year. So the person is getting a service for the whole year. It is cheaper than $9. It's cheaper than Netflix. This is cheaper than Netflix. Okay? And the person is getting it for the whole year. For the whole year. And the person is also going to earn income way more than how much he paid for the service. When the person gets that $99.97, you will get $50 instantly. Now, our goal, my goal is to help you to get at least one person a day. If you connect at least 5 people a day, depending on how you do it, you can get more or less. So imagine that you are getting one person after. Not everyone we speak to will come on board immediately. We've said that already. Okay? But there is a ratio. The ratio is that you're going to get at least one. Imagine you're getting one person a day, one person a day, one person a day. That is $50 a day, $50 a day, $50 a day. That is $1,005 a day. That is about 24,000 Ghana cedis if you are in Africa, Ghana. That is $1,500 a day. Sorry, a month. Sorry. $1,500 a month. Please go speak to anybody in California. Okay. I was in San Bernardino in California, and I was talking to somebody. I was just talking about $1,000. He says, do you know how much that can do for me? $1,005 a month is what we are talking about. This is peanuts compared to what you are going to get later. Please remember, this is just the first income. We are talking about income number one. Income number one, and this is instant. The other incomes are obtained like this. I'm not going to talk about all of them because sometimes you talk about some of them, they will collapse you. The next kind of income you are going to be earning is based on one, the collective effort of everybody, and two, your own effort. I'll talk about two of them. Remember, the incomes are quite significantly and many. Please note that some of this income will not come immediately. For example, sorry, they will come immediately, but they will not come in big margins, in the immediacy. Give yourself 3 years. If you understand the principle of project building, business building, you will know that it is not an immediate thing. Dangote said it took him 30 years to be known. His net worth is $12 billion, but it took him 30 years. Oh, don't worry, you're not going to take 30 years. If you pay attention and do what I am doing, you give yourself 3 years, you will be making no less than $20,000 a month. Yes, you will, if you do what I'm doing. So let's talk about the earnings, the cycle earnings. The cycle earnings is an income that you earn based on the collective effort of everybody. Remember, you are sponsoring people to come into Gobaka. We will talk to them for you, of course. And the income you're going to earn is not only based on what you are doing, but the work I am doing, the work the person who invited you here is also doing. All of those efforts are put together, and this is paid to you on your cycle earnings. Depending on which level you are, you will earn tier 1 cycle or you will earn tier 2 cycle. Tier 2 cycle is more than tier 1 cycle. Well, the company loves to use minerals, metals, okay, gems, to actually represent the level and the position you are. So for example, you got to become a copper, and all you got to do is to get 2 persons to become a copper. Please note, when you get 2 persons, you are going to earn $50 on each one of them. That is $100 already. That pays for your yearly payment you did. Don't forget that. 2 people, that's copper. 4 people, okay? That is helping your 2, one of them to become copper, and that is silver. 25 people, that is gold. And then sapphire is 50 people. Now, you get this income. So the cycles is between about $5 up to $500,000. That's a range. It depends on what you do. You do little, you get little. You do more, you get more. Simple. The next income is known as cycle match. And this is significant, ladies and gentlemen. This is significant. This is the one that if you pay attention to, you can take your family from the clutches of poverty into a life of dream. And I'm telling you, a lot of people don't respect income. Some of them will tell you that it's not everything. Yes, it is so many things. Respect it, and it will respect you. Now, cycle match is earned based on the effort you have put in by helping the people you have sponsored. This is significant. So imagine you have sponsored 10 people, and you are now a Sapphire. This is Sapphire. It starts from Sapphire, by the way. And as a Sapphire, you have 10 people. Each one of them, imagine each one of them is earning $1,000. Okay? I'm just using that as an example. You will get 25% every month on the $1,000 each one of them is earning. Now, 25% of $1,000 is $250. If the people are 10, it means that you're going to get $250 on each one of those 10 people. That is $2,500. That is cool income in addition to what you are already earning. Let's not forget that. If you are at my section, my level, for example, as a diamond, it means that you are earning, you are going to get 100% of the income your 10 people are getting. Ladies and gentlemen, if the 10 people are still getting $1,000, you are going to get 100% of that. And 100% of 1,000 is 1,000. So it means that you will get 1,000 times 10 people, which is $10,000 every month. That means that if they are earning more, you will get more. If they are earning less, you get less. So your goal as a leader is to help everybody earn good. Let me show you how many people I have in the system who are doing well. Okay, because I want to impress upon you that you can be part of a significant progress. Okay, this is possible. If you think you are not good, you are not good. If you think you are good, you are good. Whatever you think you are, you are. The reason why many people don't do well in life is because they think they can't do well in life. As a man thinketh, so he is. Many people will not make it, not because they can't make it, but because they think they can make it. Ladies and gentlemen, the word fear is an acronym. It stands for false evidence appearing real. Many people are not poor. The word poor is just an acronym. It stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. This is according to Jack Ma, once upon a time the wealthiest man in China, the owner of Alibaba, by the way. You got to take chances. Okay? Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the faith that you have, that is what's going to define you. Okay? And the reason why many people do is because they take opportunities that come their way. You got to take chances. You got to take chances. You got to ask questions. You got to do what you got to do because it will reward you significantly. Let's move on to the end. So these are the levels that you can be. You can become a bronze. You can become a gold. You can become a sapphire and emerald. There are people here on this call who are emeralds. There are people here who are sapphires. Okay, and you can also become blue, red, or green. Okay, black down. Listen, I want you to type which of these rank you think you can become. If you like, type it there, because whatever you type is whatever you get. You can type bronze and you will get bronze. You can type nothing and you will get nothing. You can type whatever and you will get whatever. My laptop is slowing down slightly and things like that. Okay, so this is it. How much do you start with? Go back up. Well, it is $20 one time, and the service is just $99.97 every year. So the first year is $119.97. Please take note. This income is nothing. compared to what you are going to get in the end. Besides, you are also going to get a lot of services. So $20 plus $99.97, and how you start for the whole year. Nothing else to pay. You will make significant income over 20 times, 100 times, 200 times more than this amount. You just have to be humble, coachable, willing to venture where angels fear to tread. You got to venture into things that others will not venture. But there's another benefit you get from Gobaka. You will develop yourself. We've said it already. You will submit your inner value to the marketplace. You will develop how you can take the lawyer you are and submit that lawyer in a unique way using artificial intelligence systems and submit that to the marketplace. And that value will command its own returns. You are a housewife. You will learn how to use the housewife inside of you to command the value, to command any return. And we are seeing true benefit. The total number of people in Africa are not even up to 1,000. And yet, Go Back Up is affecting many, many people across the world. You got to make a declaration for your life and tell yourself enough is enough. You got to take chances. Okay? It is time for you to go to places you've only seen in James Bond movies. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to type it there. Enough is enough. You've been working so hard. You've been fighting so hard. You've always waited for 31st night for God to show his interventions in your life. It is time. Type it there. It's time. It is time. Success is buried right underneath your frustration. Many people, see, right now, someone is praying to God to have the opportunity you have right now in your hand. Let me show you something. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve in this thing. Let me show you something again that is interesting. These are the top 500 people all over the world. I want you to check the list. This is Go Back Up globally. There are around 65 to 70,000 people in the world. And what you see here, ladies and gentlemen, what you see here, oh, my screen is frozen again. These are people from across the surface of the world. These are the top 500 people. I'm sure you can see that there are some Africans in it. There are some Nigerians in there. There are some Ghanaians in there. There are some British in there. There are some Americans in there. You are at the peak of this thing. You are at the very beginning of Go Back Up. You got to make a decision to be part of this whole momentum that's coming. Look at the top 500. Okay. This woman, Professor Adelaide Kastner, is someone that I brought into Go Back Up. People who are doctors are doing this. Professors are doing this. Millionaires are doing this. People across the surface of the world. People, okay, you could be part of these top 500 people. You could be represented, but the thing is that you don't believe that you can do this. You don't believe that this is worth your time. Please believe. You know why? Because you are using the mobile phone. As long as you are using this device, you got to have it clear in your mind that this device is not going anywhere. 3 billion of this are coming next year. 3 billion. Now, I want to show you, many people want to go to UK. They want to go to Australia, Canada. Look at the Canadians. The Canadians are here. Look at them. They are all doing this seriously. A person in Canada with a Canadian citizenship is doing Go Back Up. Okay? Okay. A person whose country you are rushing to go to is doing Go Back Up seriously. Some of them are even millionaires. And they are doing Go Back. The United States of America is the most represented country in the world. Now look at the top 20 people. You can see that number 20 is from Africa, Solomon Efa. Number 19 is from Canada. Are you with me, ladies and gentlemen? Number 17 is American. Number 16 is American. Number 15 is American. Number 14 is a Ghanaian. You can be part of this. Okay? And if you check the top 10 people in the world, you can see that most of them are Americans. The America, the land of the dream, people are taking Go Back Up seriously. Why do you think that you wouldn't want to be taking it seriously? That is why you can see that I've squeezed myself to be among the top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, type it in there. I can do it. I can. I will until. I will until. The last chapter of your life has not been written yet. Are you aware? You have been given a pen. I didn't promise you sunshine and rainbows. I promise you, it will be hard sometimes. It will be hard, but believe you me, it is possible. And let me tell you why. I'm one of the board of directors of God Backup globally. And I can tell you where we are going is beautiful. You know why? Google will collapse the day that the phone industry and the laptop industry collapses. And as long as the phones and the laptops are being used, Google will never collapse. If you look at Zoom, Zoom will collapse the day there is no phone or no laptop. And that is the same way God Backup will only collapse. Listen, it will only collapse the day there is no phone and the day there is no laptop. Now, I'm asking you, if you talk about sustainability, we have studied sustainability to the highest apparel. You think that is sustainable? Do you think this thing is going to be sustainable? Yes. Artificial intelligence is ruling the world now. Data is everything. It's oil. Mobile phones and laptops are going to be with us for a long time. That is why God Backup is going to be existing. Come on, think about it. Wisdom is knowing the obvious when it's a secret. Knowledge is the only asset that creates, that multiplies all other assets. You have a chance to make a dream for yourself. These are people all over the world who are making it big time in the God Backup industry. There are people from America, from US, from Canada, from Australia, from Ghana, from Nigeria, all over the world. You have people who are taking this opportunity to the higher mountain. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a choice to be part of the great momentum that is happening. Data is everything. Is this risky? Of course it's risky. Everything is risky. Pregnancy is risky. On the day of delivery, the child can die, the woman can die. And yet women continue to give birth. Why? Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the faith you have, that's what's going to define you. I have a professor in Oxford. He said, those who take risks make 2 mistakes. Those who don't take risks also make 2 mistakes. So what will you do? Then, gentlemen, believe it or not, it's easy to be wealthy than it is to be poor. I'm going to repeat that. This is a whole training we give to people. It's easy to be wealthy than it is to be poor. Let me tell you, you're a vibrational being. You vibrate at your frequency. The same energy it takes to be wealthy is the same energy it takes to be poor. And when I say poor or wealth, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the state of mind. Poverty is poverty of health, poverty of relationship, poverty in money, poverty in lifestyle, poverty in speech, poverty in conduct, poverty in everything. You see, wealth is multidimensional, poverty is multidimensional, and not riches. Riches is just a microcosm of wealth. Wealth is integrity, loyalty, humility, value, virtue, wisdom, knowledge. All of these, the sum total of this is what we call wealth. That is why Genesis 13:2 says that Abraham became very wealthy. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see that you will have to pass through your Red Sea in order to get to your promised land. I promise you that. It's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it. In the end, it will be worth it. I still do my job. As a professor of multiple universities, you still do your job as an accountant, you do your job as a lawyer, you do your job as an administrator. Add this to it, because dark times can happen. Illness can happen. Pension can happen. Accident can happen. There's going to be election all over the world. You don't know what will happen. Somebody was sleeping in his room in Ukraine. A bomb took off. You just can't tell tomorrow. Do a business. Have a project. The businessmen and women are the movers and shakers of the economy. Coco King is not a lawyer. Dangote is not a professor. Kennedy Japan is not a doctor. Bill Gates is Harvard's most successful dropout. Understand, it's not all about higher education. It's just about having an understanding of where the world is going. Do this. Do it with fear and trembling. Your family will thank you. Let me ask you one last question, Benjamin, before I show you certain things. Do you think now is the best time to back up all your digital life? You know, when you were when you were 1 year old. You have the video of when you were 1 year old. Okay? It's quite interesting when I see people sleeping and watching us here. Okay? Do you think that when you are 1 year old, you can get a video and a picture of it? That is how God Backup helps you. It helps you to protect your data. Do you think now is the time to develop yourself? Do you think now is the time to build connections? Do you think now is the time to make some extra $2,000? Will $2,000 extra every month make a difference for you? Will it make a real difference for you? I'm telling you, do you think now is the time, or we should wait for 2035? That's when you want to start. You want to start now, or you want to start in 2028? Let me tell you a secret. The word decide ends with the word side. It's just like suicide, homicide, genocide, pesticides. All of these words carry the idea of death, death, death. You are about to make a decision of your life. It could be your life or death. Whether you do this or you don't do this is a decision. But the consequences of those decisions will not be clear today. It will be clearer in 2026. With or without you, God Backup will shine because people are using this. With or without you, you will see the person who told you about this. You will see that person growing. You will see him growing. You got to make a decision for you, not for. Don't force yourself to do it. Don't do it if you don't want to do it. But if you want to do it well, because it will reward you. From where I stand and how I see the artificial intelligence world, how I see data. Okay, Starlink is coming. Data will be accumulated in significant proportion, both internet data and files data. That will make God Backup even in hot demand. The storage departments in the world are going to reduce the amount of limited data they give to people. The 5 gig that iCloud has been giving will go down. The 15 gig the Google Drive has been giving will go down. People will be in a need to go for extra data. That is where God Backup comes in. Understand where we are going. Wisdom is knowing the obvious when it's a secret. Be part of the momentum. These are the achievers all over the world, particularly in Africa. These are the people who are crying, okay, who are climbing all over the status and showing clearly that it is possible. The people you see on the screen, some are nurses, some are lawyers, some are teachers, some are students, some are security men, some are higher youths, some are medical doctors, some are businessmen, some are professors, some are pastors, some are people like you. It is time. It is time. You've been given the pen. Remove that pen. Because without you, this will grow. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you something, okay? I want to show you something that will help you to know that you can back up. This is how you get into the God Backup space. So let's say that you have become a member of God Backup. The moment you become a member, you will have access to this screen. Okay? It's called a welcome screen. This is a welcome screen. Okay? Now, when you get to the welcome screen, you get a first video from the CEO. This is the video by the CEO that will show you. On the top right, you will edit and put your picture there. By clicking the top here, your name, and clicking edit your account, it will allow you to go and change your picture. Now, the reason why you have to put your picture there is that that picture will be used to honor you in multiple ways, both on social media and also across the world. So you can click on browse, and when you click on browse, you will search for the picture on your computer or phone. And then after it comes here, you click upload, you will upload the file, but don't forget to click save. Click save. Once you click save, the picture is now loaded. And that is how you get your picture. Now, how do you get the software onto your phone? Go to Apple Store, go to Play Store, okay? Go to Apple Store, Play Store, and type Got Backup, one word. Type Got Backup, one word. You will have everything you need there. You will just be able to easily install this thing on your computer. It's right there. But you can do it also here. You can click on Digital Tools, okay, choose Got Backup, and click on Use this tool. Okay. Most of you who have questions, you're about to answer your question. Use this tool, and then this will come. You can click on the old version or the new version. If you recently joined, you are not going to see the old version. Okay. I did not recently join, so I still have the old version there. Okay. So once you click on it, I want to show you somebody asked me a question and I want to answer it here. Now, when you click here, you will see the 6 terabytes that you are supposed to have. This is a 6 terabyte. And you can share it with multiple people. Please note, you can share your space, your 6 terabyte with your friend, your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband. This is how you do it. Okay? By the way, I have shared mine already. Okay, that is why you can see that out of the 6 terabyte, you can see that it is telling me that I have used 3 terabyte. And out of that 3 terabyte, I have 2.27 terabyte for free. I have used 746 terabyte. Okay, that is 24% of the 3 terabyte. The other 3 terabyte, I've given it to someone here. Okay, how do you give a terabyte to someone? This is how you do it. Please pay attention. Okay? It's very easy. Okay, all you do is, if you want to share it, click on additional account here. Okay, you can see here additional account. Click on that additional account. Now, what do you do after clicking on additional account? What you now do is that after clicking on additional account, something will pop out. Let me show you something. It will show you this section. Okay? Now, remember that what I'm about to show you, because I'm not doing it, it will not happen. You will click on this section and type the name of the person. So let's say that you want to type, you want to do it for someone called Johnny. Okay? So you type Johnny. You want to do it for Johnny, you type Johnny, and then you click add new member. Now listen, when you click add new member, it will create Johnny. When you click add new member, Johnny will appear down here, like you see. You will enter the name and the email of Johnny. When you click add new member, it will ask you to enter the full name and the username of Johnny. You will enter that and then the email. And then you will create the account. After you create an account here, this is the most important part. Johnny has been created, but Johnny is not aware. So what you do is that you will look for this copy link. Look at this link, copy login URL. Copy login, you click that copy URL, which I'm going to do here. Now look on the top here, at the URL here, I'm going to just stamp it here. I'm going to paste. So this is how Johnny is going to be. Johnny will click on this and log in with the username and the password that he or she has. So Johnny can create any username and password because you have created the username for the person. So Johnny can now add his own password, and Johnny will have access to this 3 terabyte. So you can see that it says here that my person here has 108 out of the 3 terabyte. You don't have to, you will never see the information she has, the person has. You will not know. And Johnny will also not know what you have. But both of you will use a space, but all of you will have your own username, your own password, which is unique and private to you. This is how you add another person. You can add another person to this another person all the time. And as you do that, the space will keep splitting. You have up to 6 people to use the thing. That is how you get it. On the system here, you can also go there and then you will add yourself to the global social media. There's a Telegram group and there's a Facebook group. You can click and join this group globally. You will see all that is happening. In fact, you can also use internal wallet. In case somebody has a Momo, has cash, and doesn't have a bank account to pay. Oh, by the way, somebody was asking, how do you get your money? Your money, you get it easily. The company will pay you into your bank account through something called Wise. And another called Pay Quicker, which is coming now. Or you can use crypto. If you have a crypto account, you can use a crypto account. Either of these, this is how the company pays you. Okay. Now, Wise is currently not working in many African countries. And so Pay Quicker is being introduced as I'm speaking. Okay. So by the end of the month, you're going to use Pay Quicker to use it for all your receiving of income. But until then, you can use the money in your wallet. So you can say that somebody should transfer money to your wallet, or your money you see in your wallet, in your system. You can move your money from your system to someone. You can transfer it because you can see transfer here. Okay. So here I can go here and transfer money to anybody. Suppose I have money and I want to transfer the money to the person. I can click here and transfer money to anybody on this list. All of the people on this list, I can transfer money to all of them. So you can transfer money to somebody and then you can collect the cash from the person on just for a few weeks, a few days, until the Pay Quicker comes. Pay Quicker is very good, better than Payoneer, which we used to use before. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many things that you can actually learn from Go Backup. I'm telling you, you got to take things step by step as you learn. Learning is earning. Learning is earning. Be part of the momentum. Some people will pick up their phone and they will call people and do jokes, do all kinds of things. Some people will be browsing social media, browsing social media, browsing social media. Why don't you use that time to invite someone to come and see this great opportunity that we have? Why are you doing this to your life? Why are you doing this to your life? Doctors are part of this. Professors are part of it. Millionaires are part of this. And you are playing. You are joking. You're putting the blame on money. The fact that you don't have money is a clear indication that you should be part of this. If all that you have been doing all this while, you don't still have $119.97, then it means that you are really struggling. Then why don't you let us help you? If I were you, if my mother is about to die, and they tell me that the only amount of money they need is 2,000 cedis or $119.97. That is all they need before my mother will be well. Else she's gone in 24 hours. What will you do? Your mother is holding your hand and you're watching her as she dies. All you need is $119. I will fight and borrow that money from somewhere. That is how you got to see this. Because the fact that you don't have money means that you need it more than me. Take this. One day, your children are going to thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you to all of you for being on the call. It's been a pleasure having all of you. Okay, it's a joy. It's a joy to see everyone here. Okay, see the person who invited you here. The moment you finish, pick up your phone and call the person who invited you. Tell the person, hey, what I have heard, I'm going to start. I'm going to do this quickly. No matter what, I'm just going to do it. Whatever happens should happen. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it because I know this could be a game changer. You can choose to say that, or you can choose to say that I'm not going to do it. I don't care. And watch what happens the next 2 years. Okay? I have seen greater benefit than I'm telling you. The personal development alone you will get in this. Money come back. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your family to eat well. It is time for you to travel to places you only see in James Bond movies. It is time for you to realize your dream. The cave that you fear is the one that holds the treasure that you desire. The cave that you fear is the one that holds the treasure that you desire. Take it or leave it. You have a choice. You have a decision to make. It is you and no one else. The last chapter of your life has not been written yet. You make the effort. You make the move. You make the decision. You make the time. Because one day, in retrospect, your family will thank you. I want to say thank you so much indeed, all of you, for coming. When we finish, I'm going to play a short video that will be telling you all, summarizing everything we have said today. It's about 2 minutes video and another one, which is 2 minutes video. You can watch this video as a summary of everything we have discussed today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much indeed for being on the call. Hey, all of you who were commenting, thank you so much. Quenya, thank you, Fortune, thank you, Babe, thank you, Samwa, thank you, Peace, thank you, Douglas, thank you, Mama Haji, all of you, Stephen Manson, all of you, thank you so much indeed for being on the call. Let's go tell the world. Let's go. Please type it there. Let's go tell the world that we have a better place. We have a better way. If you think there's a better way somewhere else, let me know. Let me know. I'll come and join you. But if you don't think there is no better way yet, if you think there is no better way yet, do this. But if you think there's a better way, don't do this. You go and do that one. And watch what happens in the next couple of years. This is technology we are talking about. This is technology. Check the world. The top 10 billionaires, 7 of them are into technology. Let's go. Let's go tell the world. Okay. Charles Damwise, pleasure to have you. Charles says that I didn't mention his name. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a joy to have all